It's Wednesday, July 17th, 2019, 6:05 p.m. Calling the Lakeville Board of Health meeting to order. Is there anyone recording this other than the Lakeville Board of Health and Lakeville? I see no one. First on the agenda, 2 Highland Road. Meet with Zenith Consulting Engineer. Discuss local upgrade approvals on a septic repair.
Good evening, everyone. I'm sorry.
Good.
Good evening, everyone. For the record, Niall Zager from Zenith Consulting Engineers. So Kevin and I went out there, and as you can see, it's actually a fairly decent-sized piece of property, but with all the resource areas and well setbacks and things of that nature, we're pretty limited as to where we can go. This is where the existing septic system is currently. And as you can see, there is an area right here that would work outside the 100-foot buffer to the wetland, as well as outside the 100-foot radius to both wells. Unfortunately, there is a catch basin on the property that the town put in, and this discharges. We couldn't find the pipe exactly. It's here, but it's definitely discharging out. It's definitely going to the wetland. This is basically like a big swale that comes down, and from this big hill that comes down and captures a lot of water and then discharges it off and controls it. So to put a septic system here, we dug a hole, and water table was between 3 and 4 feet. And in order to put the system there, we would have had to raise it up out of the ground 2 to 3 feet minimum. And to do so would block the water from, or really inhibit the water from getting to where it needs to go. So although it looks like this would be the best spot, and we did try that first, Kevin was there. Unfortunately, it wasn't the area that we could go. So what we did do, after we explored that area, we went to where the existing system area is, which is in an existing grass lawn area, and dug a hole, found beautiful soils, nice loamy sands. Water table wasn't an issue. And we are asking for separations from the water supply, a wetland tributary to a surface water supply from the tank and the system, as well as the actual tributary itself, the tank and the system. And then we're also asking for the reduction from 2 holes to 1, just because of the limited area. The existing, like I said, the existing system is in here, so it's very tight over here. We actually hit like an old piece of concrete when we were digging our original hole. I did go out there with Bob Bouchard today from the Conservation Commission because we filed with an RDA with the Conservation Commission. We're on the agenda for that next week. He went out there and he wanted me to let everyone know that, even though they haven't approved it yet, that he's in favor of it. And that's really about it. Other than that, we're just, obviously we're upgrading it, in my opinion, better than what is there now, and happy to answer any questions from the board.
Okay. Do we know what the old system is? Is it just a couple of cesspools out there?
It's actually a tank where the existing tank is, where the proposed tank is shown, and then there's a pit, like right in this area right here. Right in this area.
Okay. So you're going to remove the old tank?
We're going to absolutely have to remove the old tank.
The old system, put in a new?
Yes.
You keeping 6 feet to groundwater, 6.5?
That's correct.
That front piece would have been affected by buffers from across the street too, wouldn't it?
So there, well, you know what actually affects it too is not only that, but you have this. This
50 or is it
it's actually
20?
100.
It's 100 for leaching?
For this catch basin that discharges to a tributary to it. It's basically acts like the PVW. So realistically, it would have been worse.
That's water directly going to.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Right.
It's not gonna, like a wetland holds it and then dissipates it.
Yeah.
That's gonna,
Pipe it right to it.
yeah.
So realistically, I would have actually been even closer to that than I am here.
Over there.
Here, I'm over 60 feet, you know, close to 66 feet. Here, I probably would have been closer to like 45 to 50 feet, depending on. But like I said, and again, it would have been, I know it would have caused the major issue of water being dammed up.
From the neighbor's shower.
It would have been backing up here. And then I think even ultimately what would have happened is it would be going out on the Highland Road, which obviously we can't have happen. The town put that in there for a reason. It's been there since, my client's been there for 30 plus years. He says it's been there since he's been there. The town obviously put it in there for a reason because they knew of the issue.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, it had water in it when I was there.
Okay.
So
Is anybody here for this? No? Okay.
And it's calling for an H20 tank?
That's
what we're going
correct.
with?
I'm only,
Just
it doesn't
into
need
the
it for
driveway?
buoyancy, it's just because it's so close to the
Exactly.
driveway. It's a
Yeah.
gravel driveway that you can tell people have driven off of, so I just to be
Plow
safe.
off of,
Just to be safe.
Okay. I don't have any questions with it.
No, I mean, just taking up existing lawn and putting back existing lawn, right to grade. Soils are good. I mean,
Yeah, so we went inside, it was 3 bedrooms.
So we're
Just
not
with no
adding,
increase, yeah.
well, they have the square, it's not an undersized lot anyway.
And there
but
was,
with the variances, no increase in flow, but
That's correct.
Yeah, I think that was it. That was really nothing.
good commandment. I'm good with it, you good with it?
I make a motion to approve the septic design plan for 2 Highland Road with 5 local upgrade approvals.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Guys, have a good night.
You, sir?
Thanks.
Next on the agenda, 13 Cottage Lane, review comments from Board of Appeals petition.
So I'm Tracy Ruda. I'm the owner of 13 Cottage Lane. Good, how are you?
Good.
The last time I came in front of the board, I was originally going to keep the old block foundation, but after talking to a couple contractors, they're proposing that I demo the whole thing and rebuild.
Start over.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's easier.
yeah. So.
And cheaper.
Yeah. So now I'm looking, this here was like that little porch area
Yeah?
that we were going to close in, but now I'm proposing just putting the foundation to there, so it would be 6 feet off of the septic.
Existing septic.
If you recall, we already approved, the board approved it, I should say, this setback to the
For
garage.
adding the garage
Yeah.
and leaving this.
Yeah, and now with this work, it would be this variance.
So you're still doing the garage too? You're doing
Yes, yes,
everything.
oh yeah, yeah.
And there is a Title V inspection dated last year of August that passed.
And the water test.
And the water test, so we wouldn't have to do, normally when we do a raise and rebuild.
Yeah.
Or when somebody does a raise and rebuild, it triggers a Title V inspection. But you already
Okay,
did it because you just bought it.
Okay, all right. Thank
And
you.
that's good for 2 years from the date
Yeah.
it was done.
Okay, well, let's hope it's done, the project's done in 2 years.
It's
so
just
dragged
gonna be
out.
a crawl space too, right? Like,
I think this is a full foundation.
This is a full foundation,
that's full?
yes.
Just that
Full-
little,
full
just that little
walkout.
section? I missed that part.
Yeah, see the, these are the plans, correct?
Yeah, yes.
So this would be an 8-foot. This is a full foundation going in.
But it's on the back side, right?
Is it a walkout?
Yeah, it's away
Okay,
from the
so these
pond.
Sliders?
Those are sliders in the back, the rear, so it's a full walkout. This is underground when you get to the front. See the grade going down?
Okay.
So is this attached with a foundation between these two, or is this just over the top
No,
on
this
tubes?
is, it's just
Okay.
an overhang there. Yeah, there's no foundation. It's
And then
just
there'll be
gonna
a
be stamped
4-foot
concrete there.
foundation for the garage.
Correct.
Mhm. So probably,
So,
the only thing I think would you just need a rubber liner.
Yeah, I understand,
Normally
but
what we normally do.
that section of the house is just a crawl space too, right? So it's,
No, it'd be full,
No.
That's
be
full-
full
I thought the-
foundation all the way up.
oh, it's the
Yeah.
full, I thought it was,
Well, they're tearing it down, they're gonna put a full
Yeah.
foundation and walk out on the other end.
all right, I was
Yeah.
looking at that.
Typically, if
My,
something
didn't
that's
bring my glasses.
near the
to look
foundation,
at.
we ask for that rubber liner.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything
Uh,
closer than 10, because 10 is
Yeah, that makes
code.
sense.
Okay.
I'm fine with it as long as they put the liner in them.
Yeah, you're gonna have a 5-foot over dig
That's him. I don't do rubber
almost
liners.
to the tank anyway. Yep.
And
When
the only thing that's
so you-
different on this plan is, they're not asking for this
No.
any longer.
Okay,
They
No.
proposed, with the proposed well.
okay. My question was also, where do you get your
Unless
water
you're gonna give it to
from?
me, then I'll come.
Um,
But,
On your water, this, your shared well, but with which neighbor? There's, none of our plans show your water line.
oh, it's
Even
with,
The as-built doesn't
it's
show it,
with
the proposed.
Les, and
Yeah,
it's.
there's no lines going through it, we don't know who's what. So that's that. There you are. There's a deep well here, and there's a deep well,
Here.
there's a shallow well
Here,
here.
here, and
So
my
you share
leaching
this
field's up here. I share this one
You
right
share
here.
that one, okay.
Yes,
That's you.
right?
Is this our?
That's
Yeah,
yours.
yeah, that's just the pump
Les's.
chamber. The well's here. Yeah.
Okay. We just didn't know, because there's, on another drawing, there's a well here.
No, it's
Okay.
with him and the leaching field's up there.
Do we know where your water line goes in? Does Does it go in between these two tanks? Or are you gonna have to relocate it through the addition?
So we're gonna have to relocate it. The water line comes in through here.
House to house?
House to house. I'm almost positive, because he has a meter in his house and it comes off that, because he meters it.
Okay. And you plan on changing that, or just
We
running?
were
it?
gonna try to propose for a well, but we're
It's
too
short.
close. I mean, unless we can, if there's any way, we would love to. That way
I
it's
would love to.
separated.
If I
Yeah, well,
could.
the only reason I had mentioned it to her, if she did propose a well there, she's requesting 4 variances. One to a property line, to 2 different septic systems, and to her own tank. And typically, we don't try to, from my experience with the board, we don't place wells where it would affect more individuals.
Is this your own septic? This is not your own septic either, right? It's number 10 it's gonna affect?
It's shared, yes.
So it would require 4 variances in a tight little area, so. It would affect 2 different abutters. And a property line, it'd be to this property line.
Yeah.
But this is not to scale, it says here 20, but it didn't make it.
Well, usually it's not the number of variances, it's how many wells that are affected within the radius. Property lines we never cared about in the past. It was only how many other wells we were affected by doing what we were doing.
Well, this one's so close, I mean, you're only talking 2.5 feet. If you
Oh,
could get
yeah.
rid of that one, if you just moved it 2.5 feet,
Yeah,
they would just send it these 2 numbers.
yeah.
I mean, you'd shorten it to 80 feet, and you'd go to 85, but you get rid of that. But
I think it
again,
would be how much would it affect repairs for septics on the other lots?
well, I think all the houses, these 2 are obviously over here, so it's not gonna affect them.
So to the ones on the other side though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if they ever have to repair their septic now, they're gonna be, I don't know where they put a new location. These particular ones,
Yeah.
they'd probably have to get whatever it was.
Now, how far out back here can you get out further out here? Could you get out this way further instead of out front?
Closer to the pond?
Yeah, there's no setback to the ponds.
No,
right?
no.
I mean,
There's
a lot
not?
on Sabre
The only
Shore.
thing we follow the DEP's recommendation when it says to a wetland 25 feet, you know? But you can always ask for, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I know on Staple Shore Road, they're
Yeah.
down to 10 feet off.
I've seen them right
all
there,
of them.
right on the side.
If I could
Yeah.
get my own well, that would be awesome.
It would just be getting a truck in there, probably the hardest part.
I think he's asking
Yeah,
if
but
you
now
can
that
get,
the
if you
house
can
comes
propose
down,
it
it's
somewhere.
No, yeah.
That's,
We get a
yeah,
truck.
in a
Somewhere
different,
close
Go
Yeah.
down, do the well.
so you're
Now's the
not.
time to do it.
Yeah.
You'll never be able to again, you'll never.
I mean,
get the
I'm
truck
all
down
for
there.
having your own well than shared wells, in my opinion. I mean, if it's feasible.
It's feasible.
let me talk to
But
the
I don't-
engineer and,
I don't know if you can get close, if you're gonna be further from here.
Like tuck it in this corner or whatever you're
Yeah,
saying,
but you still
Well,
got
we
this
got the-
septic here.
Back there, too.
and we have,
So I just don't know if you're gonna be 80.
I have the boathouse here, in the corner here.
Okay, the existing shed.
Yeah.
Probably have your engineer look at all this, because we're only seeing, they're seeing like sections, like, I wish it was all together, right? Like there's,
Yeah.
to see the septic here.
And again, we couldn't approve your wells. This is just for a referral tonight that we're talking about.
Right, yes, I know.
I mean, you'd have to notify the butters and
Yeah.
come in for a formal, be on the agenda for
But
that.
now's the time, because you'll never,
right, I will
after
definitely
you
do that
build a house,
because-
you'll never get it back in, you'll
Yeah,
never get a well
no.
truck in there again.
I really wanted to do it, but, you know,
This is
if
the
you
proposed.
guys will
yeah?
entertain the idea, I will definitely get back to my engineer, have him draw something back up over,
Yeah,
with it
so
over
this is
here.
septic. That's the one that's close to here, 83. Then we got another septic on this house. So I just don't know how far you're gonna get.
Okay, let me, I'll contact him.
From
70 maybe?
70, 80.
Maybe.
Are you in a butter with the contractor?
That's my son,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Because then you're only affecting one abutter.
yeah.
You just meet all the other setbacks.
No, it's a no-brainer. While the house is down, to put
Okay.
a well in, then you don't have to share it, you're golden.
All right, I'll do that and then I'll get in touch with you, figure out what I,
Yeah, you submit
next
something,
step
then we'll
would be-
put you on a meeting.
on a meeting again.
We'll have to
Okay.
review it first.
Yeah.
And then put you on a meeting.
Okay, all right, I'll definitely be in touch then.
Do we have to get permission with the neighbors again? Is that the way it works?
You'll have to notify all the abutters that it affects at time of meeting. Prior to
Which
2
from
weeks
back
prior.
there would probably be the two people on the sides, right? You'd probably
Is
clear
this one?
across the street,
Yeah,
them and the one next door.
yeah, if you're closer
One
than
on
10
both
feet to this
sides.
property.
Yeah.
Which if you could get 5 more feet from the septic, it might be worth doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we just have to know what this distance is. He said this wasn't to scale, so I can't really scale it.
It's a little off.
But, I mean, down in this corner is where it would have to be.
You propose it being right there?
It'd have to be the furthest from here.
Okay.
As far as you could.
Okay.
And
I'll go talk to him tomorrow and see.
hopefully it's close
Yeah,
to
that would be
70 or
great.
80. Would be nice, but.
That would be awesome if I could do that. All right.
But as
I'll
far as
definitely look into
For this one,
sending a letter, well, just so far, it's just a rubber liner is all. We just recommend a rubber liner, Title 5's good. Well, that's so far from the neighbors is good. Yes, you as
for your
well.
meeting tomorrow,
Yeah,
it requires us to write a letter to the ZBA,
okay.
and that's why we're here today. So we can just
So I'll
say.
make a motion that you send a letter to the zoning board before their meeting. Let them know we don't have any problems as long as they put a liner in at the time of the house is constructed.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Thank you so much.
And then the well is just a
Appreciate it.
separate
Yeah,
issue.
thank you for suggesting that.
It's just the Board of
Yeah.
Health. It's
Yeah,
not to the ZBA.
that's huge, so.
That was kind of like
All
one of the
right,
first
great.
things we wanted to do recently.
Yeah, well, we'd like to,
The shared well thing is,
and especially all the other septics are across the street, you're not gonna hurt anybody from the future that has a cesspool and eliminate them from putting a system in.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
thank you.
Take care, yeah, be in touch.
Yeah, take care.
Thank you.
Okay, next on the agenda, Kevin's vacation in August, it's just
I should
on
put it
there.
down there?
Yes.
All right,
So I guess everyone
I have
knows.
vacation from this, I think it's August 17th to the 24th. It's 1 week. It's
Okay.
actually, I'm gone, I'm out of the country for 5 days, but when I come back, I can still probably do a water test. I really don't care. I come back and forth anyways.
Okay, is that a Monday or
Oh,
Friday?
August 17th is Saturday.
Yeah, so I actually,
So you're going on the 19th.
well, I leave. I'm out of the country
Right, but
on the.
your working day would be the
Yeah.
19th. Okay.
Yeah, working day for 19th, and then I come back
The following
from
Monday.
that cruise. It's probably on a Friday as well.
Okay,
But I won't, I just want to let the board know I'm gone for a week.
okay. And then we're testing,
For the testing, I was going to do it right before I left. We actually have the triathlon, so I'd have to hit Loon Pond before and
Okay.
Clear Pond. I was going to
on the
just do-
16th?
I was going to, yeah, I was going to do it on the
Samples, turn them
16th. And then I have a backup plan right now. I'm going to ask I'm still going to ask him, the person from Doug Berry from from Clear Pond.
Yeah,
I'll show him how to do the test. If there was something wrong in between.
if
he
it comes
can-
back,
Yeah, he can always
Yeah,
go
like
there.
we did last
And the only
time,
other
so.
thing I'm trying to think of is Loon Pond.
yeah,
If there was a hit, we could still contract analytical balance, but they'd have to know in advance. If I showed somebody,
Okay.
it's really simple.
When is the date of the triathlon?
It's I believe it's the 24th.
Take Laurie with you when you go.
Yeah.
Joe used to do them for Larry when he wasn't around. So take Laurie and show her how to do it.
24.
She
Yeah.
could do it on a
It's-
Monday because Fran would be here,
Yeah,
so.
it's really simple.
Yeah,
And it's only if it comes back.
yeah, bad.
When will we get the results
We
back?
actually talked about the person
Monday?
from the Parks Committee, the clerk. Said she wouldn't mind going either.
Yeah.
All it is that chain of custody. Somebody's got to be responsible.
Yeah,
and
sign it, and seal
Yeah,
it.
and I show them, it's really simple. You just gotta have boots to go in the water.
Yeah. And do you bring it yourself?
I bring it myself,
So you
yeah.
go, take sample, and we have the containers here?
We have a bunch of little containers,
All
and they
set.
give you new ones each time you go there. It's
But
disposable.
take Laurie next week so she knows how to do it.
Yeah, I could show her.
And
Okay.
then, and I'll be around that week. I just made a note, so if some inspection comes up.
Yeah, and it'll be done. It's just in case you have one, if you do have a bad sample,
Yep.
before closure of the beach, you can do it again, just to confirm.
Yep,
And if the elevations are too high, you have to close it, you have to close it.
after
okay?
the second.
Yeah,
Okay.
so,
You doing any perks that week, any scheduled?
right now I told them not to schedule anything.
Schedule anything.
But septic installation, though, I would
Yeah,
still
if
like to
there's something
schedule.
that's dragging,
I don't
I'm
wanna
still
stop
letting
people for
everyone
a
know,
week.
like even now when I do stuff now,
Yeah.
I'll always let them know, just to remind people, hey, Friday we close at 12. Just
Yeah.
don't, just so people don't say, oh, and if there's a holiday side, so I have to always remind people, hey, there's a holiday Monday. Oh, that's right. And they they
Right.
panic and stuff. But I always try to keep people like, what are you thinking?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to push anybody, like rush them. I'm just saying, what are you thinking? Because,
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I'd be fine doing a
yeah, I
first
appreciate it. You
or
guys,
final for somebody that week if you're gone.
Oh, yeah, less than a half hour away too.
Yeah.
If anything was gonna
And it'd be
pitch. I could-
pretty much-
I
And
could squeeze it in
we got What's his
between.
name from Berkeley as a backup too if we got.
yeah, but I think he just does separate. I think the way he's written, it's just
Oh.
separate for anything that would.
Yeah.
But even worst comes to worst, an open hole, I think an engineer could do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just have to wait. So.
Well, we can tell him, we can let the
Yeah.
engineer do the open home.
Technically, I'm only out of the country 5 days,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then in between, the girls will text me. And I've come in on
Yes,
days
Derek's
off.
the chair, so they should call him, because then,
Yeah.
we can now say we're letting him approve an open hole by the engineer. Right, do you
Right.
care?
Not at all.
Yeah.
All right, so if they call in and,
And that's
one of us can't
consistent,
run
we've
right
always
over
done that.
there.
Yeah.
We've done that for,
Yeah,
but if
they
either one
witnessed
of
it
us can
already.
run over there, we can just let the engineer do the open hole. And
think
then,
and I'll
would
be able
just-
to do a final at any time.
I think it would just matter of like who it was, that we're familiar with them. You know what I mean? Other than that,
In worst case, you're a licensed soil evaluator, right?
I'm
So
not far away either, so
If we have
I
to
can
set up
s- I can schedule my
early
day
in the morning or late
to be up
day.
here. I
Yeah,
actually can have a couple of
I'm not-
jobs in the
Yeah,
area.
we'll make it work.
Yeah, you guys have always. I remember when I first started full time, you guys were in between a bunch of inspections. You know?
Yeah, because we were out for a
Yeah.
while, we were filling in. for
And it was handled well. You know.
The transition, we were a while. We didn't-
My backup, really, and maybe in the future we have to talk about a different backup, like for long term.
Yeah.
But my backup really good, John Ashley, but he's out of the. I think he's somewhere down near Washington now. You know.
Okay.
So
But now it's for
for the
purchase.
yeah, because normally when I say, but he's done inspections for me as well.
Yep.
But he's on a long extended vacation.
Okay.
yeah, no, don't schedule any perks, because we
No, no.
can't go sit there all day.
No perks.
And
We
I
already
don't mind
blocked
the
it
week,
off in the
because when
book.
we were,
Yeah.
I remember time Middleborough was telling people 2 or 3 months out to do a perk, so, yeah, waiting a week, that's not unreasonable at all.
And
Okay.
I think that's all I have. That's on the agenda.
Now, go under old business, approved meeting minutes from June 3rd, 2019, as typed, I believe.
See, that one,
Yes, this one is wrong.
that's the town meeting.
It's the town meeting.
I was the only one there.
Yeah, it says I was present, I was not present.
I wasn't either.
It does actually says you weren't, but it
Oh,
says I
okay.
was present, so.
Well,
Will we still have to redo the meeting minutes? I wasn't even there, so there wasn't even a quorum.
Yeah, we didn't have a quorum.
Yeah, so
Even though it was
this-
posted, we didn't have a quorum.
Yeah, just have it change some minutes to, there was a posted meeting, but we
We
didn't
didn't.
have a quorum, so, and then that was
So then
it.
you don't have to do meeting minutes?
And then that was it. There was no quorum present, so the meeting never got open or closed.
Okay,
Because there'd be nobody to vote on it for him if they redid it.
it's
You
true.
can't
How are
do
you
it.
gonna do that? Yeah.
Okay.
You can't second your own vote.
Next on the agenda, review Board of Health meeting minutes for June 5th, 2019, as typed. All 3 were present. Late Sam was not.
No, this isn't right either.
Emotions?
I couldn't have voted on all 3 of them. I couldn't have voted on myself. So when we all appointed ourselves, it should be 2 people, and 2 people for every vote, because the person on there couldn't vote for themselves. And they have me voting for everybody, right? Oh, wait a minute, this last one says I abstained. Okay,
First one's right.
yeah.
abstained.
No, it's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, that's
Second
right.
one. Third one you did.
No. No, I saw my name in the 3rd one twice, and I thought I voted. I'm okay with them if you guys are.
Yeah. Make a motion to approve the Board of Health meeting minutes for June 5th, 2019, as typed.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
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 That is it under old business. Any announcements or anything?
I don't have anything.
That's it.
The septic over on, the unpermitted septic on the shores.
Yeah, so I was in the neighborhood, and I had stopped there, and I saw an individual out there, that same individual. I told him, obviously, they couldn't reside there. And he said, oh, I'm not living here, I live in another town. But he's always, I guess, in the area. And he does have a approved betterment, so hopefully we see something coming down with a scheduled perk.
Okay, so the perk hasn't been scheduled yet?
No.
But the
We-
paperwork's been done? for the
Paperwork's all been
betterment.
submitted. And I think with that, we have quite a few betterments coming in, so it's good. We have that program, and it's helping a lot of people. Oh, and I do have one little quick thing. I did visit I was invited to go to the new plant that they have down at Clock Shores. State of the art, really nice.
So they finally get the building delivered and
Yeah,
everything,
so it's
nice.
I took the quick tour, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All bunch of people were there, so there's some water operators, some of the people from their corporation, and all their engineers and stuff. And they had asked me, I don't know if the board has any objections, maybe on a Friday. They were trying to schedule, I had to look at my calendar, and I told them I'd get back to them. Because of this all new change in use and all these things, some people don't even know still. I don't know how they don't know. But they asked me, maybe if you want to come in for a Q&A and maybe you should just answer a few questions. And I said, I'll look at the calendar and if the board has any objections. It's mostly just
for
to
the
say,
Clark Shores Association
Yeah.
meetings?
yeah, their stuff. Because we already have, in that last bin, we have 3 change in use already.
Okay,
3 people actually came in, they're looking to tie into that water. Now we're going through all their files.
okay.
So we're going to start getting a lot more.
I don't have an objection. I think it'd probably be a good thing in my view.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
I think the more you get
Yeah,
involved
if you can
and,
go, the better.
yeah.
Yeah,
They're
keep
thinking about
everybody-
like a Friday
yeah,
morning. or
especially if they're
whatever.
asking to be there, I think
Yeah.
it's, and then you can answer any questions and try
And
to,
while we're on betterments too, find out when you have a chance, right? Because we know there's more coming in. See what the ballpark, what they're gonna cost, and see how much money we have left in there.
We
So we
just-
might have to go to town meeting and ask for more money.
We just got 200,000 put back in there
Yeah.
because we're down to pretty low.
Yeah.
So
We had
it's
like,
twice with that, right? So it's probably four.
according to the
500
selectmen's
million.
meeting, we looked at it real quick today. We had like 20,000 left, and we just got another 200,000.
Yeah.
and what will we
So I
approve
Find
think-
how much is left in that big account, so
Okay.
we know if we need to go back and get more.
Yeah.
for the
Okay, I'll
next
find out like
fiscal
out of
year?
everything how much we took out.
Yeah, because now that these are all starting to take off, we wanna have them.
Because some of them might be regular price, like we've
Yeah.
kind of seen 20s.
Yeah.
But then you might have those that are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
lot
because didn't
more.
we have $1 million? Is that what we got approved for?
I think we got $1 million
Million.
bucks on top of what we had before.
But according to the
It's
meeting,
over.
what I saw, Rita said we were borrowing 200 at a time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah,
it's
we
easier for
requested
them.
the million at
Yeah.
the town meeting, and then we were getting the 200 at a whack.
Yeah, but that, I don't think that was last year. I think that was the year before that
It
we
was the year
did that.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we've 200 it a few times, we might not have a lot left.
Yeah.
And now I want to make sure we have enough money for Clark Shores going forward this year and next year, so.
And get ahead of the
Yeah,
fall.
so if we
meeting.
need to, if we're down to like 200 or 400 grand left on that, then we want to tell them, we want it on town meeting to put.
Add to it.
To, you know, add to it.
Yeah, because I think you were the chair at the time.
Yeah.
So it's been 2 years.
I'll work. I'll ask because
Yeah, I
Lloyd
had to
keeps
go up
record
and
of
explain it
her
all.
spreadsheet. I'll ask them to get in touch with the treasurer
Well, that would've
just to
been
figure
3
out
years.
what's the
I think
balance.
this fall will be 2 years. I think it was a fall meeting you asked.
Yeah,
Special meeting.
then it might have been 3 years, because then he's been the chair 2 years. So I
Yeah,
wouldn't have
just
got up and
elected.
talked to it.
Well, one full year last year. I'm just starting the second.
So,
Either way, just, let's find out what it is. If
Yeah.
we're down to 400 grand to 500 grand, we should just put it on town meeting and go ask for another $500,000 or $1 million.
Yeah, it's easy.
And
Might
anybody
write an
watching,
article.
we're not spending your money. We borrow money from the state and we charge more than, the town of Lakeville makes money when we lend people septic systems.
Yeah.
So all this is helping people that have no other way to get their septics repaired, done. So we're not talking about borrowing more millions of dollars over here.
I think the loan that they got, it was 2%,
Yeah.
and we charged 5%. But it's more like, it's just like a revolving account.
Yeah, it's still a low interest.
That's very,
And
yeah.
as the people pay it down, and they don't have to have good credit, they don't have to have nothing.
It goes off your house.
Yeah, we just put
It's attached right to the.
we put a super lien against the houses, so we get our money before the mortgages do. So
Yeah.
we've never lost a nickel doing this.
And we've helped out a lot of people.
And it's a lot easier now, yeah. It's a lot harder to tell people, upgrade your system or we're gonna condemn your house, and then they have no way to get the money. It's a lot easier to say, fix your system or we're gonna condemn your house, but we'll give you the money. Then if they choose not to, it's their choice, it's not us.
It's going a long way to improving water down.
Oh, yeah,
A lot of
it
the
has to be.
neighborhoods that close to stuff.
Yeah. Is that it?
I think that's it.
So,
Motion to adjourn.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.